Kevin, you gonna buy a Beamer? How's it going?
Great.
You too. All right, we're doing it all out of order. It's terrible. I'm so sorry. Now here I am coughing. I thought we had this all planned out. We're doing it all out of order. Welcome to shit. It's an interesting evening. Welcome to what is very possibly going to be the very last late night playset as a show. Late night playset will not go anywhere, but you are here on an exciting night because there's announcements and there's things to talk about. Before we do anything, look at that pretty girl over there in the Hawaii shirt. Nicole Ryan is here. New Life of Old Nicole on Instagram. Please give her a follow. My name is Jay Ryan, who is now I guess cars and whatever. We'll talk about it. But I'm Jay. We will not be having an official guest this evening because of all the announcements and all the things we have to talk about. It simply would not have been fair to a guest. Let's see. Also, we have our friends on Instagram here. You know, it's Omar is talking. Irville Official. Go Nicole. Says Fiat 500 Turbos here. And I saw a bunch of people before. So Analog Speed's here as well. And I know that we have our friend up in Canada? Up in our friend in Canada? Canadian Mike. What's happening, Canadian Mike?
What's up, everybody?
How are you, buddy? This is the Paul Shaffer moment. I'm throwing it to you.
Oh, okay. It's that moment. I am fantastic. Life is good. Tomorrow I get on the big old airplane and I fly to Toronto, or T-Dot, as we call it in Canada. We call Toronto T-Dot. There's a piece of trivia for you. And pretty excited about that.
Why? Why is it T-Dot?
You know what? I don't even know. I don't even know why it's called T-Dot, but that's what we call it. I think it's just, yeah. I have no idea why they call it T-Dot.
Well, fair enough.
To find out, I suppose. I'll Google it along the way.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, you have the ability to do that. You have the internet up there in Canada, right? Welcome back, everybody. It is Tuesday, May 31st. We did things a little bit differently there up top, and I think I might be happy about it. How do you feel about it?
Okay.
Yeah, it worked out better for me because I was able to brush my teeth after figuring out the cameras a few minutes
Great.
ago. But let's see. I'll take this moment to put all our red lights on because I didn't do that before, or I forgot, or they turned off. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, but here they are. 5 and 6. All right. Now we've got Instagram over there and Canadian Mike up there. Let's see. It's a hip-hop reference, I think, Mike, from local artist from Toronto, says Omar. And you know it's Omar, so you know it's good. He's made with bits of real Omar, so you know he's good.
T.O. is the short form of Toronto, Ontario, and is often shortened further to T.
Ah,
And the 416, of course, refers to its area code, and that makes sense.
oh, I didn't know any of that. No. I didn't know any of that. Although I don't know much these days. The older I get, the more I learn, the more I realize I don't know dick.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes. That was all new to me, though. So cool.
There's a lot of stuff to talk about, and we will be taking your questions throughout because I have a feeling there may be some. Although maybe not. Maybe you've all been waiting for this for a very long time. I don't know. Branding. Let's see. Let's start with hellos. Hellos. How was your weekend? How was your weekend, Nicole?
It was great.
Mrs. Ryan, Nicole. What are we calling you now on the new show?
Nicole.
Okay, good.
It was very relaxing.
Yeah, we didn't do a whole lot. Friday wiped us out. I don't know if it was the people, the heat. I mean, the people were great. It wasn't like, it wasn't the people per se. I don't know if it was the amount of people, but we were worn out. You especially.
From here on out, I'm just going to say I require a lot of energy. So Friday was busy.
Yeah, that's it. And you used to be able to do a million things on your schedule, and nowadays it's like, oh, well, one thing today.
Yes, and I always need someone to help me do that one thing.
Oh, that's
sorry.
Great. Did you say sorry?
Yeah, because it's usually you.
I think it's always me, but what are you referring to? What do you mean? What are you worried about right now? What are you apologizing for?
I can't do anything without anyone else anymore.
Oh.
So.
Well, that's a serious thing. You want to talk about it?
No, because
you want to cry about it? Sorry.
I just laugh through everything because it's so ridiculous to me.
Well, we have to, right? Here's your. It's not tradecraft, but it's here's your medicinal stuff to vape through. Maybe that'll help.
Thanks.
But tell people more. Does that weigh on you?
It did. I'm trying to not let it as much because it dominates my whole life, thinking about how it affects other people. Yeah,
I would imagine so. But the thing is, everything you're already dealing with dominates your life. Like everything you're already dealing with is too much. It's already a handful. So you worrying about other people's shit or how other people are taking your shit. I mean, as long as your intentions are good and you're trying really hard, I wouldn't worry about it. If you're intentionally being an asshole, then that's a different conversation. But that doesn't strike me as your intentions these days.
It's not, and I thank you for saying that, but I never think about myself, which is maybe the problem.
What's the thing? Air mask? Oxygen mask? What is it?
Put it on first and then the person next to you. I know.
Put yours on before even your babies. If you can't function, what good are you to them? You're a life raft at that point. Maybe.
It's a really good life lesson. I'll try to remember more.
It's for all of us. It's not just you. It's all of us. We all got to do it. I'm sorry. I know. We all struggle. It's also hard. It's also hard. It's hard to be a regular human with everything in perfect conditions. It's hard enough to do that. And then you've got a bunch of other crap thrown against you. So don't beat yourself up. Stop worrying about other people. Only worry about yourself. Be selfish a little bit.
You know I'm horrible at thinking that way, even though my actions do that all the time.
Catherine DeLorean's here on an exciting day. What a bizarre day. I mean, it's exciting if you're into marketing and bullshit and whatever else. She has her own feelings on on the DeLorean situation going on out there, and as she should, the daughter of John DeLorean. When we sacrifice our own happiness for those who are trying to make us happy, our parts create what we seek to avoid. Ooh. Wow, that's wild and deep. Deep. She's deep out there in Vermont. Oh, no! And I don't want to block her. We take away their happiness. I love your marketing and bullshit. No. Yeah, I know. You weren't referring to us, I know. But in the DeLorean world, there's some new stuff going on. And I know you have feelings on it, and I can't wait to talk to you about it. Oh, boy. All right, so should we get to the elephant in the room? If you've joined us on Instagram, you probably have already figured it out. I think we probably starts with a story, if that's all right. Slow it down. Do a story.
Yes, sir.
Canadian Mike, is that all right with you? Just bring it in with a story here.
I love story time.
Okay. So, let's see. Let's go 2016. I'll call it 6 years ago. It's probably almost 7 at this point. our life was changing. We used to be entertainment people. We weren't fancy, but we were around fancy people. So our life looked and seemed and really was through association quite fancy. Always had the new leases, the new cars, the new whatever, the newest, hottest shit. We were in the program. And, health and life, and then you can't work, and then money, like all sorts of things basically all imploded at once for us. And when we couldn't figure out exactly what to do, it was one of those where enough things happened where it was like, I don't know how to recover from this. We got to sit still for a while and figure this out while we fucking get our bearings, because like moving in any direction from here is ridiculous. We have no idea where we're going or how to get anywhere. And we don't have the resources we once did to just sort of power through, energetically, financial, and otherwise. During this time, we bought a car. we bought the yellow car, the 911, and it was one of those things where it seemed like we might not get another chance in life. And by the way, crazy how that all worked out with money and COVID and everything else. But trying to stay on topic, we bought this yellow car, and it changed our life. And I don't mean that in any short way. I mean, it really was, if you've seen the movie Herbie the Love Bug, it was that sort of scenario. We didn't go to look at this car. We went to look at a different one. This one was sitting in the back. It peeked its head out. It was, oh, drive me, drive me. We did. We went back, went home thinking we don't want this silly yellow car with the servo wheels on it, which I had at the time. It was just like so many things wrong, and the car somehow was like just speaking to us, and we went back the next day, and we said, if it's still there, we'll drive it again, and we'll buy it. We'll just drive it home, and we did, and it changed our life. And it wasn't just about the car itself; it was about learning how to drive a 911. I've been a driver my whole life, but I had not mastered a 911 yet, even though I'd driven a bunch. And the Porsche life was born on Instagram. It was the same time we had joined Instagram. Our life was sort of, we told you, flipped upside down, but also, if you know Nicole has MS, it's an ugly tunnel that we have to walk down for a very long time. So we thought, oh, while we're able-bodied and we're doing this fun stuff, let's take all these pictures and make these little videos, and we'll put them up on our little personal Porsche Life 111 page that we started for our own personal amusement, and to kind of archive our memories as your memory was going to. I mean, it was like all these things.
Yeah. Throw a rock at a problem.
But one thing leads to another, and it was never intended to be like followed by thousands of people, and it was never, we didn't have a podcast. We were not podcast people. We were professionally invisible. I hadn't spoken into a microphone since broadcasting school when I was 18 years old. Anyway, all of those things sort of painted us in a corner eventually once we got to wherever we are, where it was like, all right, well, you can't grow further from here because you're all over the place. You get a Porsche Life, this thing with some numbers, and you get your show is called Late Night over here, and you have to explain that because it's a Letterman, and it's comedy, sure, but it's not cars, and everything required so much explanation. So when we actually took the time to figure out what the shit all of this was going to be in the future, because again, remember, this was all just sort of a crapshoot. None of it was ever intended. We never intended to turn the dining room into a television studio. We never intended to be talking to you all several times a week through the internet. We never expected to make all these friends. We never intended to start Good Vibes. We just are who we are, and weird shit happens, and we're consistent, so it takes off. All right. Where are we now? Porsche Life 111 doesn't make sense to us. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. If Porsche were ever going to get involved and like sponsor us or something like that, maybe that was the hope in the beginning, but like, we don't even want that anymore. So it doesn't really make sense. And when you talk to a professional branding person, they tell you to sort of, funnel down. Let's all get it into one thing. And when you think about who we are and what we do professionally in the old days and now in the new days, we are an amalgamation of cars and comedy. And this show, 100%, is cars and comedy. It's the two things we talk about. So all of a sudden, our options became narrow, and it made the most sense to go with the simplest answer. And after talking to some people, Porsche Life is now Cars and Comedy 111. It'll take some getting used to. I'm still nervous about it myself. And the show that we're watching now will become Cars and Comedy. Cars and Comedy. Just the Cars and Comedy. Cars and Comedy with the Ryans. How's that? It seems another goddamn name change. Another rebrand. Why are we doing this now, you might ask? All right, I'm not going to tell you today. But tune in Thursday, and I think I can tell you then. There is a reason we're doing all of this. There's a reason. There's a really good reason that we're doing all of this. I can't tell you today. But know that we wouldn't make these moves in haste. I've got pretty good restraint at this point in my life. I've either blown enough stuff or waited. I've just learned to whatever. Should be good. Should be good. We're very excited about it. Also very, very nervous. Because it's weird to let go of something that you've had and been for 5-6 years. Even though it wasn't necessarily right. It's like people yell out, "Hey, Porsche Life," whenever they see me.
It's letting go of an identity.
Yeah, and it's not like the smoking tire, where the smoking tire is the smoking tire is the smoking tire is the smoking tire. It's always Matt Farah is the smoking tire. That's his business. That's his everything. Maybe this will be a little bit more like that and be a little bit easier for people to understand. I hope. We're really excited about it. If that wasn't clear, we're really excited about it. Shy of the nerves that I'm exhibiting right now. The only thing certain is change. Yeah, exactly. And it's going to take some work. But the idea is, well, once we talk again on Thursday, we'll be on the same page. And then we can explore this conversation deeper. And anybody who owns a Porsche in LA knows you guys. Yeah, and the thing is, it's not even just LA. It's all over the joint. And we are learning that, and we are grateful for it. It's not even all over the country. It's all over the world. It's weird how the internet works, It's all over the joint. If someone speaks English or they like your thumbnail, they're going to click on your video. It's weird.
Yeah.
5 supporters. Don't forget to thank them. I won't. Thank you, Larondo, 1974, for buying a badge. 1974, you reach TT Boy, 7733. I don't know. I'm so good at this stuff. Canadian Mike up there. What say you about the new Cars and Comedy show that you are watching right now? Or will be watching?
Evolution. Yeah, no. It's Evolution is fantastic. Like the caterpillar coming out of the cocoon during its metamorphosis and turning into a butterfly. That is phenomenal. And hey, you know what? I didn't see your email the other day, and I have a feeling that this might have been part of it. I'm really grateful that I got to watch it live and in person with everybody else. This is exciting news.
Oh,
I'm excited
thanks,
for
buddy.
you guys. I'm excited to be part of it. This is awesome.
Thank you, Canadian Mike. We're grateful that you're a part of it as well. Some of the stuff we'll talk about on Tuesday, you probably know about as well, or you will at least. And I don't want you to feel left out. That was not intended, but I'm happy it all worked out how it did, and good things to come. Really good things to come.
My job, as far as I see it, is to be a support rod to the structure of entertainment that you guys provide. And if that structure needs some renovation, whatever I need to do, I will do.
Oh, that's awesome. You've got a good old carpenter over here. I love it. I'm swinging the Instagram. Hear that little squeak every time I wheel the Instagram audience around. We've got this thing is on one of the. God damn it! This thing is on one of these. But this isn't. And this makes it. Yeah, it's like the door on a submarine. It's Omar says I'm stoked for this. And with that, it's going to allow us. We'll talk about it on Thursday. Here's my problem. You know how I am. You know how I am with details, and you know how I am with these run-on thoughts and whatever. So the moment, if I start telling you about one thing, it's very likely that I will end up accidentally telling you something I don't want to tell you today. And I'd rather do this instead. So, all right, let's see. There's a lot of stuff on this card considering we have no guests today, and we really haven't gotten very far. Hellos and the weekend. Story, Porsche Life, transition, Cars and Comedy. Okay, that's actually a lot. We got that out of the way. That's good. Perhaps it's just my nerves that are driving me. Because at this point, usually I could go on for about another 20 minutes at this point, rambling before we get a guest in here. For some reason, I'm a little nervous about the time and everything else that I just... Did I say everything what I was supposed to say? I felt like that story took forever, but now I'm looking at the time and it didn't. Okay, good.
I don't know.
How are you feeling today? I know the weekend took it out of you, but then you rested some, so.
I feel fine always until I try to move, and then it's a shit show.
Yeah.
My legs are worse today. Like, from the knee down, I can't really feel it. And my arms hurt more than they have. So that's its own thing.
Can you relate that to anything environmental? Is it the temperature, the pressure, food you've eaten, dehydration, too much hydration? You know what I mean? Is there any way to... Is there anything we can change environmentally to help eliminate some of this?
I don't think so, but I just got approved by our insurance to go see an MS specialist.
Oh, a different one.
neurologist.
Okay.
Yeah, so
All right.
I'll keep.
I'm
you
glad that you're
posted.
doing that stuff again. You know, we went and got MRIs the other day, even though it freaking knocked you out. 3 MRIs in one day is a lot. I'm happy you're doing it. Hate going there and being in all those places because it's honestly, I think I'm probably feeling you and what you're going through. Gosh, I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. How could that be? I'm not that much of an empath.
Excuse me, Jay.
Yeah.
My wife a few years ago went through. She went down the MS road, and she had 3 MRIs in one day as well. By the way, she calls it the worst rave concert ever. Is what she calls it.
Yeah.
Because of the banging and all that stuff. Yeah. Exactly. And I can tell you from a husband to husband who has seen that and gone through that, I can tell you that you absolutely 100% felt what she was going through. Yeah, that takes it out of both of you guys. So I didn't realize that Nicole got 3 in one day. You're a fucking trooper.
She has.
Man, holy shit.
And I'm sorry to cut you off again. And she is. I think we both have a little bit of PTSD when it comes to the MRIs and this medical stuff because, you know, we went through it all with her. And then what we don't talk about much is we actually went through it all with me, too, in a very brief, 6-month period around that same time when we bought the car. I'm fine. I'm fine, everybody. But we were not sure for a little bit. And so I did all the same stuff with the MRIs and we did everything, goddamn bone scans and every type of x-ray and type of poking, prodding, whatever. Oh, yeah. They scoped me. They went up and down. They did that thing. They took me to... Remember, we went to what's the place? The infectious disease? They were like, oh, we got to send you an infectious disease. I was like, what? I haven't traveled? Like, what the hell are you talking about? They're like, no, could be from your food. Could be from anything. Oh, my God. That was scary. Anyway, I think we both have PTSD from all of that shit.
Probably.
We've been through so much.
Yeah.
I mean, more than most people.
Yeah. I had so many MRIs. We were going every other week.
Yeah, we would go to multiple doctors a day, almost every day, for, months. Call it, just to round it off, call it 5 or 6 a week, which is really rounding it off, because sometimes it was multiple a day, many days a week. For 6 months, seems like. And it wasn't really on and off. That was kind of constant. We would drive to San Diego for you, and that's where you got your eye things and all those bizarre. It was
constant. I was working all this whole time.
Yeah, I would drive so you could work on the way to these things.
It's so silly. When I think about it now, it's insane. But yeah, it was probably 6 months of constant attention on what was going on.
And every fear that goes through, it could be this, it could be this, it could be this. This is going to be the one that takes me out. Okay. Put a pin in that. Put a pin in that MS shit. The other thing, too, is the Autoimmunity Foundation. Once we started the Autoimmunity Foundation and tried to figure out what's the workflow here? How does this all work? All of a sudden, Cars and Comedy made a lot more sense. So carsandcomedy.org, by the way, will be the website on that one.
Cool.
Yeah. Because it's tied into the Autoimmunity Foundation, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, all right. Now let's move on with the show. There's more stuff to talk about, but do I need to do it now? Weirdos. Let me give a huge, huge shout out to Weirdos. They don't deliver. Everybody knows that. You have to go get it. That's why they're weird. I I sent them a message the other day saying they were open an extra day. Usually it's only Friday and Saturday, but because of the long weekend, they were open Sunday as well. And I sent them a message. And I always repost their little ad things because it's a great pizza and I want them to stay doing it. I don't want them to stop making their pizza. So if that means I advertise for them to keep them being able to do it, fine. So I always, repost their stuff. They sent that, thank you so much. It means a lot, whatever. And I was like, we love you guys. I said, if I can muster the energy to get out of the house today, I'm coming to you. Like, don't even worry about it. And they responded back with, if you want pizza for you, we'll bring it to you. So I said, if you're serious, I'll order 2 pies. Because one pie is 2 meals for us. You know what I mean? We'll eat a half a pie together, and then we'll eat another half pie together tomorrow. Anyway, I thought, if they're going to deliver it, I'm going to buy 2 pies because it just felt like the right thing to do, And then and it freezes great, and truly we'll just eat it for 3 or 4 days in a row instead. So good. The guy shows up with the pizza and wouldn't take my money. Wouldn't take my money. So thank you, weirdos, who insisted that they sent the son out with the pizza, freshest it's ever been. And it's delicious. We're still enjoying it. Thank you, weirdos. If you are in the Valley, if you live in Los Angeles and are in the Valley or the Cahuenga Pass area or anywhere where you could get to, like, shallow North Hollywood, really shallow North Hollywood. They're at the famous intersection from Lethal Weapon 2, if you know where that is. Idle Hour. Order yourself up some weirdos. Only on Friday and Saturdays, and you got to go get it yourself. They don't deliver. That's the bummer.
And it's so good.
It's just worth it. If you like East Coast pizza, if you don't like East Coast New York pie, you won't like it. I'll tell you, you won't like it because this is excellent New York, East Coast New York pizza. I feel like I'm talking way too much. All right. Listen, we've got a new segment we want to do here. I don't know if it's going to work or not. I don't know, but we want to try it. And let's see. We'll bring producer Mike in on this one. Let's see if I can do this right. Is it? Maybe it's this, and this. There, we're all here together. Okay. Let's see. We'll bring this.
Everybody
over
loves
here.
a new segment.
What's that?
Everybody loves a new segment.
Well, that's right, especially one where you need this old-fashioned device. All right. Now, but the only thing is I need my new fancy device, too. All right. Canadian Mike and Nicole should chat for a second while I go get my phone, which is charging in the other room for some reason.
How's your show?
The show's great. Lots of good stuff going on.
How's the two-parter? Are you editing the first? Nope.
The two-parter's been edited.
Awesome.
Welcome back, Jay.
Great. We'll get to that. I'm sorry. I got it. I'm sorry. I sound like I'm Canadian. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're doing good. Well done.
Thanks, buddy. All right, let's see. Now, what could I possibly need this for? Does everyone know what this is? This is your grandparents would know what this is. This is when phones were new and you needed to look up someone's phone number and you couldn't just go to your contacts. You used to have to go to a book like this. No joke, a book like this. And with that, we've got a book here. And I think the best way to do this is Dave used to say, well, I'll riffle, you point. So we're gonna randomly find a number here in the phone book, and then we're gonna call it, and then ask them. I have a question in mind already, and then we'll ask them. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
This is fantastic.
All right, so I'm riffling, and you're gonna stop and point there when we get. Oh, good for you. All right, let's see. All right, now I got a blank card here, so I can write this down.
I feel like I'm witnessing Bart Simpson here.
Witnessing Bart Simpson?
Well, this is what Bart Simpson. Yeah.
Don't have a cow, man.
I pee freely.
What does that mean? Witnessing Bart Simpson.
Bart Simpson used to call Mo all the time.
No, buddy. You weren't a Letterman fan in the old show. This is straight Letterman. We're going to play How's the Weather.
It's Letterman. But, absolutely.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, this feels like
Paul, do we have any music for this? All right, here we go. Let's see. That was Gaines B, and I can't say the number. And okay. Now we'll get the phone. Call this number. I'm sorry if this is taking too long. Oh, shit. Now you can't see that. Now I can't do that. Now, did they just watch me write the number?
No.
All right. No, the
I
Instagram
don't
one.
think so.
All right. All right. Well, Instagram, you be good now. Don't be looking at this. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's see. This is, Dave used to have his own trouble dialing a damn phone. It's not easy to do.
I wish I had dialing music.
Games at the alleged Barbie Game Show. Please leave a message.
Hi, Barbara. Jay and Nicole calling from the Late Night Playset. We had a quick question for you. We didn't realize we'd be put right on the spot here, but there's a gentleman you have on your show more often than anybody else, and we think we know who it is, and it's somebody I think that I might have a history with. He's a tall gentleman. He's got a long beard. I know you know who I'm talking of. The name is just escaping me at the moment. Anyway, what we were curious about here on the Cars and Comedy show is, do you know what the statute of limitations is for larceny in New York? We were trying to figure it out. We've got something from... Well, you probably already know. Anyway, thanks so much, and have a great day. Yeah, that was... I don't know if that worked or not. Did anybody... Got a little nervous there. All right, so we'll see how that goes. You picked a hell of a number there. Good job. Yeah. Does anybody know who that was? You do, producer.
It was so funny.
I do.
Go ahead. Can you
I
your
heard
mic's up?
James B, and I'm like, no, there's no way that's weird, and it truly was fantastic. This is
What
great.
are the chances? What are the chances? All right. Oh, I forgot to ask her, how's the weather out there? That blew the whole thing. Oh well. Let's see. Weirdos, we already talked about that. What'd you say?
How often is this segment going to occur?
Well, that depends on how the responses go, doesn't it?
Right. Yeah,
like this one, I don't expect to get a response on that. That's the one that lets them know we're playing. There was no humor. There was no funny joke there. There was no, I don't have to explain it to you. You get it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you for, you know it. There's a box which connects to your iPhone via Bluetooth and allows analog phone to be used as intended. Oh, that's hilarious. I want that. I want a box that lets my Bluetooth let my analog phone. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I could use the thing. That'd be great. Instead of using it as a prop while I use my real phone too. It was like, it's what we have here on the desk. There's two of everything. There's this prop one and there's this real one. And I got this prop one and this real one. We're really letting it hang here on the new Cars and Comedy show. Playing it loose. Playing it loose.
It's a pilot. You have every excuse imaginable to do whatever you want. It's a pilot now.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. There is no expectation. We are throwing the book away. Now, that's the other thing, though. We should probably, if I didn't mention that before, here's the truth. I don't think anything's going to change. This is still the Late Night Playset. We will be making a lot of changes in here. That is true. But we were intending a lot of those changes already. So it just feels like it's all the right time. Yeah, this will still be the Late Night Playset as a room, as a place, as a space. I mean, I will still refer to it as that because it's what it is. If we change it into something else and it feels different in here, and maybe it'll get a different name. But I don't know. Studio 11 right now is home of the Late Night Playset. But the show that we do is Cars and Coffee. No, that's not. That's Cars. I'm having coffee. Cars and Comedy. God damn it. Currently, there's more coffee than comedy. I'm aware.
Isn't it like The Late Show takes place in the Ed Sullivan Theater? Cars and Comedy takes place at the Late Night Playset.
You got it. When it's here, when we're on home base. Now, as you know, and we'll be talking about some of this stuff on Thursday, there will be, and a lot of our audience knows this too, we will be going outside of the studio, outside of the Late Night Playset. And there will still be a desk, and there will still be chairs, and there will still be us and Cars and Comedy. We'll still have the guests and all that stuff. I'm very excited about it. I'm still nervous because just letting it go, we were hacked, and it was so it was weird how it felt like I was missing a part of me when we were hacked because I no longer had access to the audience. It wasn't. I guess maybe this is helping me realize it. It's not. It has nothing to do with the screen name. It really is just the attachment to the audience. And if I'm not losing that, then who cares? Well, there you go. Thanks for working me through that, everybody. I'm gonna save $300 this week. It's a therapy joke. We don't go to therapy. This is our therapy. You guys are our therapy. Hence why we miss it when we don't have it. Okay. Well, now I meant to get moving on to another new segment on the show. None of these have names yet. This is weird for everybody else, but I think if you reach in that drawer there, I think there's a plastic bag with some coins in it. Would you reach in that plastic bag and pull out a coin?
Which drawer?
That one. You'll have to pull it out further because it should be in the back behind that Scotch tape there. Now, what I'm thinking here is it seems like I'm going to do a Kreskin gag or something. Reach in there and pull out a coin. Here, yeah, it's all right. You're fine. Yeah, make it easy. So now you reach into that bag and pull out a coin of your choosing. And I have nothing to do with the choosing of this coin, correct?
Correct.
Well, you don't have to hide it. What did you choose?
A penny.
Of course you did. High roller. All right. Now, you're going to use that penny to scratch off these lotto tickets. That's right. Let's see. These Scratcher Lotto tickets are brought to you by Tanya Sandberg. Tanya Sandberg gave you, Nicole, these beautiful Gold Rush. I can't believe this. And California Dreamin' scratch off lotto tickets. And if these are big winners, we're going to share it with the audience. And we're going to figure out how to do that once these are big winners. So make sure you win a lot of money by scratching these off.
I'll let you know.
And take your time. Let's do one at a time. What are you doing first? What are you choosing there first? And I'll see if I can't.
The Gold Rush.
Let me see. I think I can make my camera here. My phone. I think I can make my phone a camera. And then we'll really be on to something here. Then we can look at it. Let's see. Alex Berman says, didn't Dave have a rotary? I'm sure he means phone, but that's what I got here, buddy. He didn't, actually, but we do. Let's see. And then the next thing here is, oh, shit, where'd it go? There you go. Come back up here. Cars and comedy in the late night. Yeah, you got it. Exactly. Okay. Sorry, too much going on here.
I love this segment because you're getting the girl with MS to use her motor skills.
Exactly. Now, let's see if I can't. Oh, look at this. We're going handheld here. I don't think we've ever done this. Oh, boy. This is a drum roll, Anton.
Guys.
So what's the point here? This is Gold Rush. Win up to $1 million.
I have to match one of these to one of those.
Okay. Wow. Okay. How did we do here? How did that look? 28, 21, 26, 28, 22, 49. Hike! All right, you do the scratching.
I'll let you know when I'm
And
done.
I'll just keep this going here. This is hilarious. Mike, do you have the lotto up there in Canada?
We have the lotto, and if you win the lotto, you don't pay taxes on that money up here.
Ooh, I like that. That makes a lot of sense. It's it seems like it should be that way anyway because the money is coming from the government.
Exactly. They're already making money. So up here, they say that's double dipping if the government were to get to tax the winnings because they're making a buttload of money already. Yeah, this is. It's a night of firsts on Cars and Comedy.
I'm enjoying it because I like not a shows, and this is definitely not a show. Here we are, not a show.
Writing the sum up of this show is going to be very interesting.
Are you getting tired there? That's a lot of scratching.
Yeah, Mom.
Especially if you guys win $1 million.
Well, what if we all do? That'll be amazing. Can you imagine?
Oh, 100%.
Now, they had this conversation on the news the other day. If someone buys you a scratcher ticket or a lotto ticket as a joke, as a gift, as a whatever, if somebody gives you a ticket and that does end up being a winner. What do you do?
Well, up here you got to sign the lotto ticket, and whoever signs it is the one that brings it in, whether it's a scratch or the it's called the 649 up here, or the Lotto Max they call it up here too.
Sure. I guess point being, if
Whoever
someone,
signs the ticket gets the money is the answer.
that's your legal answer, and is that also the social answer because it's accounted for legally?
I believe so. I mean, if somebody gives me a lotto ticket and I sign it and cash it in, that seems to me like the way it should be.
Well, I guess what I'm getting at is if all of a sudden you win $1 million and your friend who got you a $2 ticket, and who knows what their situation is, do you then give a portion of the winnings to that person? Because
I think
they're the ones who
I
bought
would
the
give
ticket.
10%.
Oh, 10%. Okay, so you've already figured out a number.
I've done this actually, not with the lotto with millions of dollars, but I've actually won something in a 50-50, and I gave a percentage to the person who, yeah, absolutely.
I love that. That's awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, I feel like the same thing. I don't know how it would work either. I don't know if I would do 10%. I mean, I don't know how it would work. I think because I don't know how to handle it, I think I would probably have to go full transparent, and then say it was you. Say you bought me the ticket and you bought it for me as a gift, right? My birthday,
right.
And for whatever reason, you bought me 50 lotto tickets, and one of them hit $1 million.
Right.
Not implying
I'd say,
that you should buy me a $50 birthday.
Even, no problem.
Say it again.
I'd say, hey, give me that desk. We'll call it even. No problem.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. With $1 million, I could buy another desk. Sure. Yeah, I feel like I would have to then say, buddy, you're not going to believe this. Your thing hit $1 million. Oh no. What a mess I just made. I guess I won't drink that. You did such a good job of keeping it on there, not me. Yeah, all right. Sorry. I got distracted as I poured gold dust all over my desk here. Your desk. Sorry. Excuse me. You know my point. I would be like, so here's the thing. It's $1 million. I don't know what to do here. I want to give you something. Am I supposed to split it with you? Do you want your dollar back?
Yeah, I can't see that being like, what a great conversation to have. And by the way, if you have a personal relationship with somebody enough that they give you a lotto ticket as a gift, you probably are at the place where you could easily have that discussion.
Yeah. Did you ever see the movie Sour Grapes, or are you aware of it?
I'm not aware of Sour Grapes.
It's not a dissimilar situation. Larry David wrote it, actually, but it's Craig Bierko, who I like. And although the movie, I can't remember if it's actually good or not. But the premise, Larry David's premise is that, two guys are in Vegas and for whatever reason, they play a slot machine and it wins. But it was one guy gave him the quarter to play it. You know what I mean? Like that's a different thing. Hey, give me $1. I want to buy a lottery ticket. That's a different. Gosh, that one's weird too. I don't know.
That's a very
it's an
Larry
interesting
David idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all you got? It's an interesting Larry David idea.
No, well, I could see that on Seinfeld. I could see that on Curb. Like, I could totally see that scenario playing out on both of those shows. That's a very Larry David idea.
Yeah, but they already made that movie. I guess they redo it. I see tons of Seinfeld storylines again on Curb, right?
I'm just saying, if you explain that premise to me and say, which Hollywood writer do you think wrote that? I'm thinking that's a very Larry David idea is all I'm saying.
I get you. It's on the money.
Yeah. Like, it's so on brand for him.
We've got other stuff to do here before I clean my desk and leave a different message for Barbara Gaines. Do we have anything? Do you want to talk about your two-parter is going to air soon with Tom Dreesen? Tom Dreesen is one of Dave's best friends for decades and decades. You and I talked about trying to get him for this show, and I reached out to him, and he didn't reach out back, and you reached out to him, and you got an answer back. Now, how did you reach out to him? Via what avenue?
Well, I think we've got a generational thing here. You probably reached out via the Instagram, right?
I did, because I thought, if he's got an Instagram, he might actually use it. No.
I used the Facebook, and I got him that way.
Man, that 2-year difference really makes a big gap when it comes to communication.
Yeah, I think
It's
so.
amazing.
I can't wait to talk to you like off air about this because I think
I'm sure.
we've got some good stuff. Yeah, like
But for
friend of
the
the
folks
shows.
for the folks who might tune in and who will tune in, when can they see that and where?
Yeah, so Friday, the first episode's already scheduled to go up. So I took a page from formerly the late night playset, now Cars and Comedy routine. Where if you go to the Letterman Podcast YouTube page, you actually see the preview of part one of the Tom Dreesen episode. It's going to come out midnight on Friday, and very excited about that. Lots of cool stuff happening.
Do you have a
and
schedule?
then part two will be when I get back from Toronto, I think.
Does your show have a schedule? I have a very hard time. Our marketing campaigns do not align. Do you have a schedule for how you release these, or is it you're getting them so quickly that you're trying to put them out as quickly as you possible?
No, I've got 2 more in the can right now. It's pretty spastic. The goal is going to be Fridays. That's going to be the goal. It will be Fridays, but if we get a bunch of extra ones, like we're doing the post-mortem right now which are extra
bonus.
episodes. So they're going to be bonus episodes. That's right.
Okay.
But typically Fridays is when the new episodes will come out. Like California trip and all that made it spastic, but we're gonna get regular here, just like on Metamucil.
That's specifically why I was asking. So from here on out, people can look forward to new episodes of the Letterman podcast on Fridays.
Yes.
Yeah. Excellent. I think this is all going to work out very well. What people will understand what we're talking about probably on Thursday, but good things coming. Did we win $1 million?
I don't think so.
Oh, it turns out you weren't supposed to scratch all these off. Yeah, you avoided it. Oh well.
That's not true. I'm dumb enough now. I didn't do anything wrong.
No, there are some like that where don't do this or they'll void it out. But
I read the instructions.
So, and then do we do the $200 Eureka or no? Uncover a 200 in the 200 Eureka spot and win 200 instantly.
Yeah, that's the bonus game. That's the what do they call that? The Booby Prize. That's the consolation prize spot.
Booby Prize. All right, let's see here. All right, so.
Do they have the Booby Prize down in the States?
Oh, wait, what? Oh, I know, but I was trying to. Here, can you tell me here, Mike? Do you see this all?
I can see it.
Now here we are going down to here. Now we we just started the Eureka, but can you tell us what this is? Is this a winner?
Scratch the. Oh, can I see I see what you're saying. You got to match these numbers, right? Okay, so. Okay, you scratch the bonus there. And I'll see if I can find.
I'm so stupid. It's just
doesn't seem like you have a
you
match
have to match
there.
the 28, the 21, the 26, the 23. Oh, I see. Oh, that's much simpler than I thought it was. This is just one of those things that occupying your time.
Yeah.
But it's crazy to scratch all that crap off if everything has to come off.
Yep.
What do you got here? So you're supposed to get a 200 in that, and you got a 205. Which means nothing, right?
I don't think
that's how they get you. All right. Well, I don't think we won $1 million on that. I think we would feel differently if we won $1 million.
I think so.
All right. Well, that's good. And then maybe we'll save this one, California Dreaming, for another day. Or maybe this isn't. Maybe this. No, this. Do you? Oh, this. Do you see? Don't do it. But do you see anything to scratch there? Is it just all this?
I think it's all that.
That's ridiculous.
I'll wait.
It's unbelievable. But I love it. All right. So we'll do another one maybe on Thursday.
Okay.
And that's the fun stuff. That'll be the comedy portion of the Cars and Comedy. Guests, I think will be. I think it'll be probably easier more than anything else. All of our people are into Cars and Comedy. Oh, it's the Cars and Comedy podcast. Oh, sure, I'll do that.
Probably.
Otherwise, late night playset. What? I don't get it. How come? What? Why do I have to come to your house?
This makes sense.
All right. I want to tell you some exciting news about commercials. It seems like I'm making it up. I'm not. I'm serious. I'm serious. I've got great news regarding commercials. If you are someone who watches this show on YouTube, and I don't know what the percentages are, but I would say that's like, it's not our highest viewership. I think Spotify and then podcast and then YouTube. But regardless, If you have been a YouTube viewer, thank you. We appreciate it. Please continue to watch the show on the YouTube. But there have been ads, YouTube generated ads that, like monetization type ads. And I had to watch our show recently, like on YouTube, and I found it absolutely unwatchable because of the ads. They would come up, they would sneak in at weird places. Here's the thing. This was a simple one to overcome. I turned them off. You're welcome. I turned all the ads off on YouTube. We don't make enough money to monetize the channel in that way. I mean, we get $100 every 6 months from YouTube or something. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's not worth it when it comes to your enjoyment of the product we're trying to make for you. So I have turned the ads off, and they will remain off. Now, the ad reads during the show, that's comedy, right? No. The St. Clair Insurance, stuff like that, that will continue to occur because those people have made contributions or donations to the Autoimmunity Foundation. That is now the payment system, right? So that won't change here in the Late Night Playset, Cars and Comedy Show. But the ads have been turned off, and I feel good about it because you don't need to be dealing with that. You're watching our show. We appreciate it. Why make money for YouTube? It's not. You're not helping us by watching the ads, and it's just making it less palatable for you. So done. Off. Gone. Thank you for buying a badge. Look at that. See? Look. I turned off the ads. You buy a badge. Everybody wins. And then that money goes back to buying ads on Instagram for the Cars and Comedy Show, which you are now watching.
That's a win-win.
I think it finally all makes sense. I think it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve for all of us right now, but I think in the long run, it makes so much more sense because we were spread out everywhere. It was so ridiculous. You got your Porsche Life Instagram and you got your Good Vibes this. Okay, that's fine. You got your Porsche Life Instagram and your Good Vibes this and your late night what now? It's like, well, haven't you seen? If you've seen it, then it makes sense. Like, oh yeah, if you've seen it or you know what it is, it makes perfect sense. Try to explain it to somebody. Now it's like, hey, will you do our podcast? Oh, what is it? Cars and Comedy. Done. Or not done, but easy. No explanation. Moving on. They say all which separates men and boys is the coverage for their toys. What types of toys are we talking about today, Mrs. Ryan?
Collector cars that they get in businesses and anything you can insure it.
Yes, that's true. That's true. I feel like you're reading a script now. What else?
I read the inside of my head.
Oh, I see.
Now that's empty.
Just one other thing. We only need one more thing.
Entertainment artifacts. I mean,
Totally. That totally works. Any type of anything of value and an entertainment artifact certainly would hold great value. Hilarious. That's right. Licensed in most states, St. Clair Insurance shops top providers so you get the best coverage for your toys. Simply go to www.coverageforyourtoys.com, coverageforyourtoys.com,
coverageforyourtoys.com.
and tell Jeff St. Clair that Nicole says hello because
I cannot.
Also, this episode has been brought to you in part by Series 1 Films. Series 1 Films helps automotive brands create engaging cinematic content for social media and advertising to grab and hold your ideal customer's attention. Check them out at series1films.com, series1films.com,
series1films.com.
and the one is a number one. And that's what's going on with the ads. Now, the good news is you won't get any O'Reilly Auto Parts or well, I guess the ads are targeted, right? But I see the O'Reilly Auto, and the ads aren't the same. It's a weird world. It's a weird world we live in. Everything is sort of the Matrix. I mean, I hope everyone gets that.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking a stroll down memory lane here with the old phone book. Is there anything else we should talk about here, Producer Mike? Or Canadian Mike?
I think that you've dropped a lot of great bombs here. I got to say one thing really quick. I appreciate how nervous you are, and I'm shocked by it. I've never seen you nervous on this show other than going back and watching some of the very old episodes and things. I just love that you wear your heart on your sleeve and how fucking vulnerable you are, man. I love you, brother.
All right, thanks. Yeah, I mean, it's change. Change is scary, right? I mean, that's what it's going on with me. Letting go of something. When we feel like we finally get something down, and then everything in this room is a routine, right? So like, wait, we just changed the routine. Like, oh my gosh, all the balls are up in the air again, or on the floor again, or the plates crash down. I don't know. Pick one. So yeah, so we're also this is vulnerable, right? Like it's vulnerable saying we don't know what we're doing and we're taking a shot here and we're letting go of something we know kind of worked to try to do something that we think will work better. You know what I mean? Like that can be scary. And so I think if people see me go through something that's scary for me, maybe then they'll think of that when they're faced with something that's scary for them. And I don't know, maybe pay it forward, right? The whole world works that way, right? We all just kind of support each other. And if I'm doing this and you see me doing it, you go, oh, I like the way he did that. Oh, I'm going to go do that. Right? Something like that.
I think what you just said, you've always been doing. I think you've always been doing something new and it kind of grew into that. But right now, for whatever reason, you're out of your comfort zone.
Oh,
And that's exciting because when you get out of your comfort zone, you're stretching and creating a new, much bigger comfort zone.
believe it or not, that's my happy place. Constantly growing and uncomfortable and constantly growing or constantly learning. If I'm not constantly doing things or conscientiously learning something intentionally, whatever. I don't know. You're right. How's this? You're right. You're right. I appreciate it. That's who I am. I can't help it. Can't help it.
Still
I
water,
kind of
right?
don't want
Still
to.
water's not good.
Yeah, whenever I get stagnant, even if it's a couple days or whatever, you like say, when things you just get jammed up and you haven't gotten all the things on your plate off your plate, loose ends, right? We all get loose ends. Life's complicated. When those things add up and then all of a sudden I don't have my entire brain space is occupied with all those things I got to do and I have no fucking freedom to what if this? What if that? I think if I was just in a better mood, probably this magic shit would just happen. You can't have both. I can't have both. And it's the oxygen mask thing all over again. I'm willing to sacrifice other things in my life that I like and care about in order to keep the headspace to try to remain growing all the time. The moment we get stagnant, I don't know do you feel the same way? The moment I get stagnant, I'm dying. If I'm not
For me, it's blah. Like if I do 2 or 3 days where it's in my perception of things lazy, like not recharging batteries, but if I'm just like being lazy, it's blah for me, and I feel like it's an itch that can't be scratched, and I'm not happy. And the moment I start getting busy again, doing the things that I want to do, moving towards the places I want to move towards, even if it's really stressful, I know I'm where I'm supposed to be. That's what it's for me.
Can you keep but I believe you're where you're supposed to be at all times. That's what I believe. So
Sure. And maybe that blah feeling is a learning in itself as well. Sure. And I'm open to that. I'm open to that idea.
that's
But
what I'm
just
curious
saying,
about.
when I feel like I'm being optimal, and that's just a personal thing. And it has to do with being the stagnant and being still water, that kind of a thing. Yeah. When I'm that way, that's when I feel blah.
Well, this is interesting because it applies to Nicole as well here. I mean, we're all kind of struggling with the same thing. It just looks completely different for all of us. Gosh, I guess we said it earlier. Being a person is hard. It just is. It's hard. It's really hard these days, especially when your intentions are to try to do good in the world. It's very easy to be a selfish person. If you just want to be a selfish person and just fucking me and go get what you want and fucking fuck everybody, totally, you can do that, and it's actually surprisingly easy. But when you're trying to be better every day, I find that that's a choice up here. Whether I'm busy or whether I'm resting on that day has no bearing on you're nodding your head. Do you do you agree?
I'm listening to you. I'm hearing you.
Okay. Whatever. I'm going on and on. I'm trying to wrap it up, but there's supposed to be less pontification in the new Cars and Comedy show. I appreciate you saying what you said. You took me in a totally different direction than we were going. I appreciate it. I think you do a great job too.
I'm excited that you are out of your comfort zone. And
Thank
that's
you, buddy.
great. That's where
The
you wanna
show,
be.
this show, any show, whatever it's called, this show is so much better when I am out of my comfort zone. When we don't know what the shit's going to happen, when Jay could lose his crap at any time, when something might break, when somebody is late or whatever, those are the best ones. When I'm not in control are the best. When I'm too in control, I hold the reins way too tightly.
Yeah. I loved when the extra guest came in last week, or Anna brought in the extra the other guest. No,
I don't know. It always seems to be a surprise to you.
Yeah, surprises are good.
Yeah, but it always seems to be a surprise to you, but it's not to us usually. I think I might say it that way to the audience, and as a delightful surprise, he brought so and so. Like it's a surprise for them, but maybe you're like the audience. Well, this is delightful. He gets to watch the show with everybody else. All right.
I am like the audience. There's no question.
Tune into the Letterman podcast on Friday to see the first part of Tom Dreesen. But I guess we'll be back with you before that on Thursday, where we'll tell you all about the new Cars and Comedy show that you're watching right now. That's the same as the old show, but it's got a better name. And and whatever else. There's currently no guest booked for Thursday. It would be nice to get somebody car or comedy related in here. But at the same time, it may be this again. I can't tell. I have some other stuff to do in the studio. Tune in and find out. Who knows what it'll be? I tell you what it won't be. Late night Playset. It's going to be Cars and Comedy. The show. Cars and Comedy 111 is the other handle, if I didn't say that. Did I ever cover that? Did I say that? I was supposed to. All right. Is there anything that I mean, there's a lot of stuff on this card here, and I think I got to it all, but was there anything that you wanted to talk about or anything else?
I don't believe so.
All right. In that case, Mike, I'm going to wrap it up if you're good. Instagram. Anybody on Instagram that did anybody need anything? Oh, audio up. Oh, sorry, Mark Carson. He was on the other, yeah. We're better now. It'll be on YouTube. All right. Are we good? Can we get out of here? Can we shut down whatever this not a show is? It's not a podcast. It is a show. It'd be hard-pressed to not call this a show. I feel confident and comfortable saying it's not a podcast, even though we put it on the podcast platform. But it is a show.
It's a show for sure.
It's the Cars and Comedy show. All right. We love everybody. Thank you. Thank you for going along with us. Thank you for watching all along. Thank you for continuing to watch. Tune in on Thursday where we will tell you more news and where you can watch us in the future. Yeah, I can say that. How's that? This is Jay Ryan out of his comfort zone signing off from the new Cars and Comedy show. On behalf of producer Mike, Canadian Mike, God damn it, Canadian Mike. I like Canadian Mike better, but for some reason I can't say it. On behalf of Canadian Mike, Nicole, Ryan, and myself, please follow us all on Instagram and see you out there. We love you. Please love one another.